My name is Laura Roberts, and I work for the Center for Prevention and Restorative Justice out of the Boulder County DA's office. I am one of the Restorative Justice volunteer facilitators. So the Boulder County DA's office actually has a very innovative diversion and restorative justice program. They are pretty much leaders in this kind of field, even for Colorado. We're now at a point with the diversion where they are diverting more. Like I think last year it was 62% of all juvenile cases they diverted, which they're diverting more than are getting prosecuted. As a volunteer restorative justice facilitator is for those people who want restorative justice as a part of diversion. I help facilitate that process. And how it works in its ideal form is that for people who are taking responsibility for their actions and they really want to be able to show they're taking responsibility, they actually will offer to sit down with the victim. So what the restorative justice really focuses on, it's both accountability and repair. And we're talking about repair, we're talking about repairing the harm to the extent possible. And what's really unique about the restorative justice process is that in this process, everybody gets a voice, okay? So my job and my co-facilitator's job, we're just there to facilitate and help people have that conversation, those very difficult conversations. Okay. So my background, actually, I moved here a few years ago from California, where I'm actually an immigration attorney. I had my own office in California. I've always been really interested in immigrant rights issues. And through that, I got very involved with LA County Bar and their mediation programs. And so I have for years been really involved with mediation. And I kept hearing so much about restorative justice because it goes right in there and right with that whole having a more peaceful way to deal with things. And so for the last, a year before I found this program, I had been looking for a restorative justice program to get involved with in Colorado. And I just got lucky, and at the right time, I saw the announcement that they were offering this training through the Boulder County's DA's office. And here I am, living in Boulder County. So that just got lucky, but it's something I was really interested for a long time on what I had heard. And then I was so impressed, and I didn't know prior to joining this program, just how impressive Boulder County really is. It's interesting, Eric, because we actually call them restorative justice circles, right? Because we'll actually sit in a circle. And the point of the circle is so that everybody can see we're all equal parts and we're all integral parts of the circle. So in COVID, instead of that, it looks much like our screen does right now, where it is gallery view on Zoom. Initially, and I think everybody in the program we were hesitant. How is this going to work on an internet platform? Like, how is that going to look like? And it was just weird because it's something about the human contact and just having people in the circle. But what's been so interesting is that actually this has worked really well. And I know I've talked to people with other restorative justice programs in the country where they're not doing it because to them, is it even possible to do it, virtually? But it actually really is. And something that has really helped people is, I think, the convenience, because people are in different locations. And for some people, it's further to try to get to our offices. Big thing, we've been seeing a lot of people who've been coming in with some depression and anxiety from that. It will come up when we're talking about what happened and they'll give us some backstory. And I think definitely just overall, in articles I've read across the US, it seems that anxiety and depression are up. And it's not at all uncommon that our responsible parties will at times have issues with anxiety and depression. And I think for even people who normally don't, that has certainly raised that. We've definitely had people who have had family members affected by COVID, which has affected them, and their mental health and their ability to deal with anything. So I think the whole community here is pretty much, we've been affected. Something that's really important for me, it's those connections with other people. And what I found is when we initially start this, you really think about the responsible party and you really think about the victim, right? That's what I would really think about the people to have this great outcome. But what I've realized, and especially with working with so many juveniles, and it's been surprising to me, is that it's not just seeing that the responsible party and the victim both have a satisfying outcome and feel better about everything after the process. Another really integral part are the parents. So when there's parents of these juveniles, which happens quite often, and you can just imagine the different things that a parent is going through when their child's gotten in trouble of some kind. Sometimes just being there for the parent also, right? Because we're here as facilitators, and what we like to say is we're support people for everyone, right? We're neutral, but really we're here to support everyone, support the process, and be a comfort for people and really help them have that conversation.